Welcome back to All Things Soggy Buns. Today, we're going to be diving into the world of catering.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was inspired by an article that we were looking at from Total Party Planner, and it was all about the tips for running a really successful catering business.
Awesome.
And it got us thinking because Soggy Bunz is known for their amazing burgers and dogs and fries from the food truck right here in Maryland.
Yeah.
But they also do catering.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought it'd be fun to unpack some of the expert tips and tricks so you can get a behind-the-scenes peek at what makes a catering business thrive.
I like it.
So what I thought was really fascinating about this article was that it goes way beyond the basics.
Okay.
Like, it's not just about having good food, which of course is important.
Of course.
But it really gets into the nitty-gritty of what separates the good from the truly great.
I'm intrigued.
So let's unpack this.
Okay.
The article starts off really strong by highlighting the importance of visual taste alongside actual taste.
Interesting.
I mean, what does that even mean?
Right.
Is it all just smoke and mirrors?
Well, it's more than just a fancy phrase.
Okay.
Studies have actually shown that presentation has a huge impact on how we perceive flavor.
Really?
Yeah. Like, think about it.
Huh.
When you see a beautifully plated dish, your brain starts anticipating a certain level of quality and taste.
Oh, that's interesting.
That visual appeal sets the stage for the entire dining experience.
So even though Soggy Bunz operates out of a food truck,
Yeah.
the way that they present their food, like, neatly arranged in those cute little checkered paper liners,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
actually plays a role in how much people enjoy their burgers and fries.
Absolutely. It's about creating an experience even in a casual setting. And the article takes this a step further,
Okay.
emphasizing the need for flexibility.
Okay.
It encourages caterers to not just offer a set menu, but be open to customizing and even expanding based on customer requests.
That's a great point. But wouldn't that get tricky when you're trying to manage costs and ensure everything runs smoothly?
Yeah.
Like, how do you balance that creativity with practicality?
That's where strong organizational skills come in,
Okay.
which the article thankfully addresses.
Okay, good.
Imagine you're at an event where the food is late, the staff is flustered, nobody seems to know what's going on.
Okay.
It's not exactly a recipe for a good time.
No, definitely not.
Right.
And I can only imagine how challenging it must be to keep everything running smoothly behind the scenes,
Yeah.
especially when you're dealing with multiple events and menus and locations.
Oh, multiple moving pieces.
So many moving pieces.
The article actually suggests having a system to track every detail.
Okay.
Venue information menus, packing lists, timelines.
Oh, wow.
It's like conducting an orchestra, making sure all the instruments play in harmony to create a beautiful symphony of flavors and service.
I love that analogy. Okay, so let's switch gears for a second and talk about customer service.
Sure.
The article stresses the importance of going above and beyond,
Okay.
even mentioning something as simple as sending personalized thank you notes.
That's a nice touch.
Yeah.
In a world dominated by emails and quick texts, a handwritten card or a phone call shows genuine appreciation and helps build lasting relationships.
Yeah.
It's a personal touch that can really set a caterer apart.
Have you seen other caterers utilize personalized thank you notes effectively? Is this something that's becoming more common, or is it still a hidden gem of a strategy?
Well, while it's not as common as it perhaps should be, the caterers who do embrace this personal touch often find it creates a ripple effect. Happy clients tell their friends, leading to more referrals and a stronger reputation in the community.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And speaking of reputations, I think Soggy Bunz has definitely built a strong one here in Maryland. They're always so friendly and attentive and seem genuinely invested in making sure their customers have a great experience.
You can tell that Toby and Ola understand that customer service is not just a department.
Yeah.
It's an integral part of their brand identity.
Yeah.
And the article backs this up, highlighting the need for caterers to review event details meticulously with clients beforehand.
Okay.
It's about anticipating needs and exceeding expectations.
It's like that saying, the devil is in the details.
Yes.
One small oversight can derail an entire event.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And speaking of details,
Yes.
the article dives into another crucial aspect.
Okay.
Professional attire.
Okay.
They actually paint a pretty humorous picture of what not to do.
No.
Like serving guests in a dirty, food-splattered apron.
Okay. I have to admit that visual made me chuckle.
Yeah.
It's so obvious. But sometimes it's easy to overlook the basics.
You're right.
Yeah.
Cleanliness and professionalism are essential, both in terms of attire and the overall environment.
Right.
When you see a catering team that looks and acts the part, it instills confidence in their abilities and the quality of their service.
Think about it.
Yeah.
When you see Toby and Ola, you instantly know you're in good hands.
Right.
They present themselves professionally. Their workspace is always clean and organized.
Exactly.
It definitely makes a difference.
It subconsciously tells the client, we take pride in our work and we care about your experience. And speaking of caring about the client's experience, the article highlights something that might seem counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Competitive pricing.
Oh, really?
It argues that caterers shouldn't be afraid to charge what they're worth.
That's an interesting point, but isn't the catering industry super competitive?
It is.
Wouldn't that make it hard to charge higher prices?
Well, it's definitely a balancing act.
Okay.
The article emphasizes the importance of understanding your costs, tracking your expenses, and ensuring you're factoring in everything.
Okay.
From ingredients and labor to transportation and equipment.
Wow, it sounds like you need to be a financial whiz to run a successful catering business.
It does take.
Do you think Toby and Ola use some kind of software program to help them manage all of that?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
There are some fantastic programs out there specifically designed for caterers. They can help with everything from creating proposals and managing invoices to analyzing costs and optimizing pricing strategies.
So it's not just about setting a price and hoping for the best.
No.
It's about using data and insights to make informed decisions that ensure profitability.
That's right.
Wow.
And here's a clever tip from the article that illustrates this perfectly.
Okay.
Piggybacking menus.
Piggybacking menus.
It suggests that caterers try to utilize simile menus for events happening around the same time to maximize efficiency and minimize waste.
Can you give me an example of how that would work in practice?
Sure. Let's say Soggy Bunz has 2 catering events booked for the same weekend.
Okay.
One is a casual backyard barbecue, and the other is a slightly more formal corporate luncheon. Instead of creating 2 completely different menus, they could offer a core set of options, like their signature burgers and fries, and then add a few specialized items to each menu to cater to the specific event.
So they're streamlining their operations without sacrificing variety or quality.
Exactly.
That's brilliant.
It's all about working smarter, not harder.
Right.
And speaking of working smart, where you can find some seriously delicious food without having to lift a finger.
If you're in Maryland and craving some amazing burgers, dogs, or fries, head over to soggybunz.com. That's B-U-N-Z with a Z.
I like it.
You can check out their menu, find the truck's location, or even explore their catering options.
Sounds good, yeah. It's all about creating that seamless and enjoyable experience for the client from the initial consultation to the final bite.
Right.
And you know what? This brings us to one of the most surprising insights from the article.
Oh, I love when things get unexpected.
Yeah.
What do they throw our way?
It actually emphasizes the importance of strong management and communication skills.
Okay.
It even goes as far as listing essential qualities of a great leader in the catering world.
Oh, wow.
Things like organization initiative and interpersonal skills and the ability to think clearly under pressure.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Catering seems like it would be incredibly demanding, especially when things get hectic.
Right.
You need someone who can stay calm, delegate effectively, and keep everyone motivated.
Exactly. And the article makes another great point.
Okay.
The importance of communication.
Right.
In a fast-paced environment like catering, clear communication between everyone involved is paramount.
Yeah.
From the kitchen staff to the servers to the event coordinators, everyone needs to be on the same page.
It's like a well-oiled machine with each part working in sync to create a seamless and enjoyable experience.
And you know what? This reminds me of something I observed at a catering event a few weeks ago.
Okay.
It was a large wedding reception, and everything seemed to be going smoothly until the power went out. It was chaos for a few minutes.
Oh, gosh.
But then the head caterer stepped in.
Okay.
She calmly assessed the situation, delegated tasks to her team, and kept the guests informed and entertained while they worked to resolve the issue.
Wow, she sounds like a natural leader.
She was, and it made me realize how crucial those leadership skills are.
Yeah.
Especially when unexpected challenges arise.
Right.
You need someone who can think on their feet, adapt to changing circumstances, and keep the entire team focused on the goal.
So it's not just about managing logistics.
Right.
It's about managing people and emotions as well.
Precisely. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Toby and Ola possess these same leadership qualities. Their food truck operation always seems to run so smoothly, even when they're dealing with long lines and hungry customers.
You're right. They always seem so calm and collected, even when things get busy.
And they clearly have a strong team working with them.
Yeah.
There's a real sense of camaraderie and mutual respect, which I'm sure translates to their catering business as well.
So strong leadership is key. But the article also stresses the importance of something else.
What's that?
Keeping business expenses low.
Ah, yes. This is where those savvy business skills come into play.
Okay.
The article suggests a few practical tips.
Like what?
Like shopping around for the best prices from vendors.
Okay.
Properly portioning food to minimize waste. And even getting creative with leftovers.
Those sound like great tips for any business, not just catering.
Absolutely. It's all about being resourceful and finding ways to maximize efficiency and minimize unnecessary costs.
Speaking of being resourceful, it makes me think about Toby and Ola's commitment to sustainability.
Oh, yeah.
I remember reading somewhere that they use biodegradable packaging and compost their food waste whenever possible.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It shows they're not just focused on the bottom line, they're also considering the environmental impact of their business.
It's a win-win situation.
It is.
They get to save money while also doing their part to protect the planet.
And you know what? This brings us to another unexpected tip from the article.
Okay, let's hear.
Prioritizing organic referrals over expensive advertising.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
In this day and age of social media and digital marketing,
I know.
they're saying word of mouth is still king?
It might seem counterintuitive,
Yeah.
but it makes a lot of sense, especially for a business like Soggy Bunz.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Explain this to me.
Think about it. Soggy Bunz is all about building a strong community presence. They're out there in the streets, interacting with people, serving up delicious food with a smile.
Right.
That kind of personal connection creates a powerful ripple effect.
So it's not just about the food. It's about the entire experience.
Exactly. People are more likely to trust recommendations from friends and family than some flashy ad they see online.
Right.
And when someone raves about their amazing experience at Soggy Bunz, well, that's the best kind of advertising you can get.
It's like a built-in marketing team powered by happy customers.
Precisely. And let's be honest, have you ever recommended Soggy Bunz to a friend or family member?
Totally. I've told everyone who will listen about their amazing burgers.
Exactly. And this whole organic referral thing ties back to one of the core principles we discussed earlier.
Which one?
Excellent customer service.
You got it.
Yeah.
When you create a positive, memorable experience for your customers, they become your biggest advocates.
It's a win-win situation. You get happy customers and they spread the love, bringing in even more business.
I love it.
And you know what? This whole conversation has made me crave one of Soggy Bunz's delicious burgers.
Me too. If you're in Maryland and feeling hungry, head over to soggybunz.com. That's B-U-N-Z with a Z.
I'm in.
You can check out their menu, find the truck's location, or even explore their catering options.
They even have veggie burgers that are out of this world.
And don't forget about their crispy fries and creamy milkshakes.
Okay, now I'm really hungry.
Let's wrap up this deep dive and go grab some food.
Sounds like a plan.
Welcome back to All Things Soggy Bunz. We've been on quite a journey exploring the world of catering.
We have. It's been really interesting.
It really has.
Looking at all this stuff from Total Party Planner.
It's amazing how much goes into creating a successful catering business.
Yeah, it's more than just like throwing a party and serving up some food.
Right.
It requires a delicate balance of culinary expertise, business savvy, and a genuine passion for creating those memorable experiences.
So what's the biggest takeaway for you from all of this?
You know, for me, it's the importance of that human element.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like, yes, delicious food and efficient operations are essential.
Right.
But it's the personal touches and genuine connections that truly elevate the catering experience.
It's about creating those wow moments that guests will remember long after the event is over.
Exactly. And I think Soggy Bunz really embodies this.
Yeah.
Toby and Ola have clearly mastered that art of combining culinary excellence with genuine hospitality.
From their mouth-watering burgers and fries to their friendly service and, commitment to community engagement.
Right.
It's clear that they're really passionate about what they do.
Absolutely.
And this deep dive has given us a glimpse into all the elements that contribute to their success.
Yeah. It's like we've gotten to peek behind the curtain and see all the moving parts working in perfect harmony.
So here's a final thought for our listeners.
Yeah.
The next time you encounter any catering service, not just Soggy Bunz,
okay,
pay attention to those little details.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Notice the presentation of the food, the attentiveness of the staff, the overall flow of the event.
Those little things make a big difference.
They really do. And think about the tips that we've discussed and see how they play out in a real-world setting.
Like a live-action case study.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you're ever in Maryland and looking for an exceptional catering experience, you know where to go. SoggyBunz.com.
That's right.
That's B-U-N-Z with a Z.
Don't forget the Z.
You can explore their delicious menu catering options and find out where to catch their food truck.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Me too. And that's a wrap on another episode of All Things Soggy Bunz. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of catering.
It's been fun.
Thank you for listening to the All Things Soggy Bunz podcast.